shadow of the artist. My name's Jamal Gwynn. I have a disability. When I don't take my medication, I suffer from mental and emotional problems. One good thing about my disability is I see the world in a different way than others do. The thing that helps me is my art. Why I do scary art? Because sometimes I just put it out on paper or canvas, and it makes me feel good when that's on canvas and it stays there. I can trap my anger in a canvas. Art is expression of creative feelings in all living things. My goal is to be the best artist I can be. It's hard to achieve beauty and to put that in my art. I keep trying anyway, harder and harder. I like my art because it gives me great strength. If there was no art in my life, I'd go through life a little hard. And if I had my art, I'd go through life a little easy. When I do beautiful art, it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel that I'm loved and appreciated. I think when people do beautiful art, they feel good about themselves. The thing that gets in my way of art, not doing art, is my anger. If I can control my anger, I can be more creative in art. If I get along with people, and my art just grows stronger every day. I have many disabilities, though you might not see them. I have trouble communicating, also difficulty understanding what others say, easily frustrated when talking to others. I have trouble with my coordination. I have trouble learning. I have emotional difficulties. And the worst, I have manic depressive episodes. I do art because it gives me great strength and hope and self-confidence.
need more paint. Yes, I do. I'm gonna get some more paint. Look at this paint right here. Do a full paint. I got the red paint. Yes, I do. Really, really expensive. Yes, it was. Sit down and paint this UFO picture. Yes. Huh? Where's my paint? Oh, I must be quite crazy. Oh, I need some more sleep. Oh well. At least it's stunning anyway.
Almost too slippery. Well, it's creating new problems. I want to do that video stuff, man, real bad. We're not full of crazy. Sorry.
Put the green in if you want.
I don't know, I'll do something else.
this? Now, is it more enjoyable like that? Stormy clouds, problems? That's the answer. Mountain range in here, snakes and everything, your troubles coming your way. Now we got a bunch of ghosts hunkering around, creeping around here. And you know what this is. And twirling. If I could get a machine to spin my paintings, but since I'm the only machine, non-machine, what's the difference? I don't know. I do kind of like the mountain scenery, my scenery. But I like how when smearing it, I get this even though all the colors got to be mud. But things are coming out.
Literally a surge of destruction.
What? Maybe planet destroyers were a bad idea.
We need a new home.
Well, let's go look for a place.
I don't know where to look.
We just blew up the best 2 planets in the solar system.
How's it done?
We'll have to look elsewhere.
Well, let's look in outer space.
You heard him, crew. Let's get spacing.
Can we talk about recent leadership decisions? I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
I thought you were the leader.
I want to go back to being a minion.
Can I?
Sure, whatever.
Okay, let's find a new planet.
Hey, the Earth ships are leaving the solar system. Should we follow them?
We're gonna go down to find a new planet. The Martians are following us.
Are they in attack formation?
I think they think we didn't see them.
There's something you need to see.
What?
Nothing. A lot of nothing. I think it's a black hole.
How did we not see that ahead of time?
It appears to have devoured everything in reach, leaving no accretion disk to detect. Now we're in its pull. We're doomed.
All we can do is go for it and see what happens. Full speed ahead. Let's go.
Well, that's one approach.
We're going. What are they doing? Where did they lead us?
Straight to a black hole. So much for Earthlings knowing what's up.
We should have found somewhere else.
It's too late, we're being sucked in.
I don't want to be the leader anymore.
Let's not have a leader that was an Earthling idea anyways. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, that was weird.
Oh my, did you see that?
We're on the time.
Well, that just happened.
I don't think I have any circulation to my brain. I need to be mentally explain what is actually happening right now.
Let's not assume anything. Let's not jump to conclusions. How about forget?
I thought I told you don't do that.
I don't know.
Follow them.
Are we alive?
I don't know if we're alive. I thought I told you to stay the course.
I got the giggles.
I see a planet. Follow me. Out of course.
Okay, everybody.
4721.
Stop it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Are the Martians still following us? Put them on comm.
Is this our new home?
Yes, look, there's Britney
What are
Spears.
you talking about? You're still delirious.
We already vaporized Brittany.
You what?
Can I interject something here?
They killed Brittany.
You blew up our planet.
You blew up our planet.
We are calling this time.
We're going.
Board their ship. Ready for battle formation. They're here. I'm in section X2417. They're coming after me. I've been hit. It's just a flesh wound. I'll be okay.
I will avenge you.
It appears that half of the planet is compatible for Earthlings and the other half is compatible for Martians. Why don't we stay on our own sides and live peacefully?
Hi, my name is Cicely Ames. I'm an artist here at the studio. The studio is an open art studio for people with disabilities. I'm doing a documentary on an artist named Rochelle Aubrey.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Aubrey.
Rochelle is a native of Humboldt County who has lived in Eureka since 1998. She started drawing, painting, working with ceramics while attending Fortuna High School. Rochelle's favorite subject to paint are land and seascapes. Her seascapes include elements associated with vacationing, lounge chairs, and recognized landmarks. She also likes to do figure work, and celebrities play a prominent role in some of her pictures.
No, I haven't been to Hollywood. I used to love to. But I went to Beverly Hills.
Oh, that's cool.
And I went to Planet Hollywood. The
How was that?
restaurant was good. I've been there 3 times.
Wow. At the studio, Rochelle has always been interested in learning new techniques and experimenting with new materials. Rochelle says she loves doing art because it's peaceful and relaxing.
I really like to paint Sedona. Arizona because it's pretty and peaceful and I love it.
She loves to travel. She visits her aunts in Arizona and Southern California. When people look at Rochelle's art, she wants them to feel like they have traveled to somewhere else. She wants you to feel excited. Rochelle uses dense textures into her paintings because she wants her paintings to stand out.
Art is fun and cool. You can make anything you want. And you can do anything with cardboard, making art, using strings or metal or just anything to make art. My favorite medium is to use acrylics and Sharpies or water paints. I like to do some scenery better than drawing animals or people. I was doing art in high school.
What kind of art were you doing in high school?
I was drawing the Egyptian, and I was using colored pencils and paint, and I was using clay sculpture in my high school class. When people are looking at my art, they feel they are traveling, looking at my painting. They will feel they're traveling and they're peaceful and relaxed.
How do you feel when you do art?
I feel relaxed and peaceful and calm. I do painting and ceramic and mosaic. Get to be around new people and make new friends. My art show was fun and people came look at my art and they really liked it.
At her first show, she sold 2 paintings and 1 mosaic. She was a little nervous because she was hoping one of her friends would come down and see her show.
proud that people saw that you like my painting and ceramic and mosaic. Make me proud of myself.
You guys can go now.
What's going on here? We're performing. Somebody didn't pay the bill on time?
Shaker's check. It was your drummer who was in charge. Never hire a drummer to be your accountant.
Why is everybody putting stuff on me that I didn't do? And then people will stop.
Hey, Lisa, remember to pay the band equipment on time. We're counting on you. All right, bye.
need my
Yeah! You should have made the payments.
What? You guys forgot to pay for the stuff? Screw all this. I quit.
Come on, get out of here. There's nothing to see here. That means you. Get out of here. Go on.
What are we up to? I hope they don't ban. This can is so rude. Ready to find you, I hope you like colors of rainbow all over you, all over your hand and down to your toes. All in your hair, all in your hair, it's everywhere, from us to your hair, all in your hair, all in your hair, it's everywhere, from us to your hair, all in your hair, all in your hair, it's everywhere, from us to your hair, all in your hair, all in your hair, it's everywhere, from us to your hair.
That was a weird drum.
Those crazy kids.
Too cool for school. Too cool for school.
And you, I hope you like colors of rainbow all over you, all over your hair, down to your toes.
Summer, last chance for summer, last chance for summer, last chance for summer.
Party all night long.
Last chance for summer.
I thought I paid the bill.
Well, look this way like you're looking at me.
What?
Well, look this way like you're talking to me.
Like this way?
Yeah.
I like a bird.
that?
Shadow of the artist. My name's Jamal Gwynn. I have a disability. When I don't take my medication, I suffer from mental and emotional problems. One good thing about my disability is I see the world in a different way than others do.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Yay. Okay, so thank you for being here for the Disability Pride 2022 Speaker Series. Thank you, Elizabeth Hassler, for coming up with the idea of the Disability Pride Fest and reaching out to myself and Leslie Constellano. Thank you, Leslie, for your compassion to the disability cause and many other amazing causes in the community. Your name is always associated with the coolest stuff in town, and I know about some of it as I've been going to Synapsis on and off for about 12 years. You do great work in our community. The speaker series is about disability justice and raising up the voices of our community to the level of the dominant narrative. Destigmatization, self-determination, and autonomy are the driving forces behind movements in the disability community, the BIPOC community, LGBTQIAA+ community, feminism, and many other movements of radical peace. Today we'll hear from fellow members of the disability and other intersectional communities. So please welcome with warm arms my peers and wonderful friends. Okay, so apparently I should also speak a little bit too. So I did not, well actually I prepared like 3 different things and then chose none of them. So why I'm here is because I'm on the autism spectrum. I live with mental illness and I have a learning disability. And my life has been one of quite hardship, you know, growing up in an abused family and being kicked out early at the age of 16 and having to navigate the big world with absolutely no support. And luckily, I was cute and white and a girl, and most people were really nice to me. It was like one of those things where it was okay to be weird or off or awkward, you know, when you have a certain set of intersections. You're allowed that. And that was really awesome for me because I had nothing else. It was trying to figure out how to make it from day to day, how to be able to even understand what people were saying to me, how to be able to understand what was expected of me in my life. I didn't have those things. I didn't have that knowledge of the dominant narrative about what we were here on this earth to do and, you know, what a point in my life could be and what I was supposed to be working towards. So luckily, I ended up going to school. It took about 12 years to work from remedial courses all the way up to getting my master's in social work degree. I know, right? 3.957 GPA. I worked really hard for that, and now I work at Tri-County Independent Living. And some of the people speaking today are going to be the friends that I have come to know through our peer support group, and some others that I don't know yet, but I hope to know. So I think that it's time to introduce Alan. Hi, Alan. Are you ready? Come on up, Alan.
Hello? Okay, good. We got good voice. Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming to this event. My name is Alan, and I identify as having a disability. We'll start from the beginning. Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming to this event. I know a lot of people here identify as having a disability or know someone else who identifies as having a disability. I came here today to tell you all a little bit about me, my story. My life changed about 7 years ago. I came from a place of deep despair, sadness, and loneliness. I started on a path of wellness due to a med change, as well as an organization called the Hope Center. I figured out where I stand in the world, and I realized there's far more to me than my disability. Because there's always more to a person than a disability. People have worth, value, and deserve kindness. At the Hope Center, surrounded by peers who had an idea of what I was going through, who met me where I stood, it was really an awesome community to be a part of. Their belief in me was a rarity up to that point. My hope is that everyone can experience being valued and feeling worthy, like I do. I began to reach out in the community as I was starting to take part in my life in a new way. I had great support in my life, which I believe is important, as I believe and I was believed in, and that is where it started for me. This is what Disability Pride is for me. Thank you, guys.
Okay, now we're going to hear from Julie. Come on up, Julie.
All right, gotta be sit. Good. Hi, I'm Julie, and this is my wonderful partner in crime, Guffy, and he loves to visit and say hi. And so, if you guys haven't yet, you can come by and say hi to him if you want. I've always had a disability. My eyes have always been bad ever since I was born. I was born 1 pound and 3 ounces, so I was born 3 months early. And the oxygen they gave me damaged my eyes. And so I never grew up knowing what it was like to see a leaf on a tree, you know, like things that people take for granted. And I was always taught, you know, by my mom that if you dream for it, it will become true. Like, you know, so dream big. And so I have, like, I've worked hard and I've worked to kind of find ways to do things differently so that I can still do the things I want to do, but just in a different way. I have downhill ski raced in college. I've completed my calculus courses. I've completed like going to other countries. And I've done it all like with a belief in myself. And that's what I want to pass along to folks, is that even though one may have a disability, we're still worth believing in ourselves. And I just want everybody to get a little piece of that today. Thank you.
So that was Julie. She's amazing. She works with me at Tri-County Independent Living. She runs our assisted technology department. She's the coordinator. And yeah, thank you, Julie. So we're actually going to take a break for, what's your name? Kendra. We're going to take a break for Kendra so that she can rest her hands and her mind for a minute. And then we're going to come back and speak with more people and hear from Humboldt Word, or Word Humboldt. Awesome.
We're going to get started here in just a second. If anyone else would like to sign up, please holler at me at this. You would like to sign up? All right. Is everybody having fun? Yeah. All right. That is wonderful. I am very happy to be here. My name is Will Gibson. I am the Eureka Poet Laureate, and I am president of Word Humboldt. I am here very much as a participant as well. I have epilepsy, and there are invisible disabilities that are definitely present. And, you know, recently, my wife has gotten me in health enough. She's a nurse practitioner with Planned Parenthood. She's amazing. She's gotten me healthy enough that I don't worry about taking a bath, you know. Like dead ass. No, it's funny now, but think about that. Think about that, really think about that, and that represents a lot of what people with invisible illnesses go through. I could not take a bath for 30 years without someone in the next room listening to see if I had a seizure while I was in the tub, because I would have drowned, right? I couldn't go swimming by myself or without anyone who could get me out of the water. So I couldn't just go with my kids to go swimming. I had to have somebody with so that they were able to drag me out of the water if I started to have a seizure. I also deal with chronic pain. I broke my back when I was 15, and I have several other issues with my back that I'm not going to go into details, but there are disabilities that some folks can't see, you know, those are just as important. Those are just as needed to have a spotlight on them. I know of a friend of mine who has epilepsy and just this year finally had the surgery to regulate and has been seizure-free for 6 months. It's the longest she's ever gone in her entire life. And that's an amazing thing. I'm proud to say that when I first moved to Humboldt, I was having, I'm not proud to say this part, but when I first moved to Humboldt, I was having 3, 4 seizures sometimes a week, definitely 4 or 5 a month. And now, because of just the nature of Humboldt, the healthy idea that Humboldt is, I guess, and the magic in the woods, I've been able to not only like do those things that I talked about, taking a bath and a shower without anyone in the next room, but I've been able to go swimming with just the kids and me, and I'm very proud to say that I have had 4 seizures in 5 years at this point. Very, very happy to say that. Thank you. That round of applause is also for that beautiful woman sitting over there making a button right now. That is my wife right there. She is also a nurse practitioner at Planned Parenthood. Yeah. And after this, if those of us who may or may not, I may not have the energy to go on to another show after this, there is tonight at 5, there is a show starting at Urban Market in Arcata that is speaking out against the overturning of Roe versus Wade. That will be several poets speaking on that issue. It will be quite wonderful. I can't wait to see that. And it's at a really quirky little venue. A pot store. That's weird to me. I grew up in the Midwest. It's normal for you people that grew up here in Humboldt, but for me, I thought like saying that I should go to jail in the back of my mind, you know? Like I still have that Midwest mentality when it comes to it. Now, nah, it's fine. Who cares? We got some poets coming up. We had quite a few people sign up while we had that break. Wonderful idea to have that break so that people could sign up. But we have a poet coming to the stage I'm excited to hear for the first time. And if you haven't, your first time as well, y'all make some noise for Phoenix Spoon. Make some noise. That's Spore. That's not an N. That's how I write N's. That's Phoenix Spore. Give it up for Phoenix.
Hi, everyone. As Will said, my name is Phoenix Spore. I have been living in Humboldt County for about 8 years. But for me, disability pride is more than just knowing you have a disability or sharing it with other people. It's being able to say to people that you made it through your hardest times and still be able to go through things. I was adopted when I was 5 years old by some really wonderful people who you'll hear from later. But before I lived with them, I was having up to 40 seizures a day. I was unable to walk around, unable to speak. And now, because I've lived with such wonderful people who have accepted disability and have supported everything that I've done, I have not only gotten my bachelor's in communications, but I am, thank you, I am currently going for my master's as well. And I am getting certified to help people with disabilities find the resources they need as a disability resource specialist. So I always want people to understand that whether it's a severe disability or one that's simple and can't be seen, everyone has different limitations, everyone has a different normal, and we just need to be able to respect and love each other for those differences and the support that people can give for that.
I was listening so closely that I looked down and I was like, there's more. No, there's not more. Oh no. Yeah. That was my heartbeat. Okay. All right. Next poet coming to the stage. The next person coming to the stage. I get so used to that. I say poet all the time. That it's just got to be poet, you know. But yeah, everything's a poem. Everything's a poem. Everything can be poetry. That's exactly right. I mean, I kind of say that a lot. But next poet coming to the stage is Darlene. Where's Darlene? Hey, Darlene! Make some noise for Darlene all the way.
Hi, I'm so honored to be here and to celebrate all of you. I'm a parent of an amazing person, and I couldn't be happier to celebrate what has become, we hope, a very important national movement, Disability Pride Month. Disability Pride was recognized in 2004 to celebrate the passing of the Americans with Disabilities Act, which really changed the way people respect and honor all of you. So I am so happy to be here. Because of things like that, people have access to buildings, access to employment, access to educational benefits that before then really didn't happen. So as we move forward and continue to celebrate the Americans with Disabilities Act, we know we have to continue to support all of our efforts, everyone's efforts, so that you and I and everyone we know has access to everything that we deserve. So I am happy to be here to celebrate you, to celebrate Disability Pride Month and this amazing day. Congratulations.
Give it one more time for Darlene. Clap for Darlene. Thank you for being here, Darlene. Yeah, I was asked to write a poem about epilepsy at one point. It is available in my book, On Ease at Rest, that you can find at Reworded Bookstore. That is at 422nd Street here in Eureka. I can't describe it, right? Like, it's not something you can, like, describe easily. So this is my very best effort. It's called When You Expect the Worst and Are Disappointed, You Still Lose. It comes from the idea that it's the worst possible thing that could ever happen, and it could happen to you at any moment. It's the most terrifying thing that could ever happen to you, and it could happen at any moment. 1, when the bent steel beams melt, the bend becomes lost and irrelevant, becomes needed only for memory's sake, becomes memory, becomes nothing, becomes no thing, becomes bent steel. 2, every clock that has ever stopped has the moment of its first tick hidden behind its face. That was a metaphor about a friend's grandmother succumbing to dementia. I explained it because I want to explain why we hide. We hide to stay safe, and that is a metaphor I will not explain, nor should I have to. 3, when cars whoosh by my window when I drive in the slow lane. Usually I am slower than them. They are faster than me, nicer than me. These cars, I mean, newer, I guess I should say. 4, I have smoked weed in the 48 contiguous states and Hawaii. I didn't do it on purpose. 5, the blue sky reminds me of my ex-wife's dead body. I did not see it in person, this dead body that was once my ex-wife. My daughter did. In my daughter's eyes, I see her dead mother. I do not wonder why she never calls me. I never call my father either. I can hear him not saying, "Your mother is dead," every time we speak. 6. Rivers are spider webs when you see them from the sky. They drape over land. The water cuts, pulls dirt down into seams between ridges, spins and loops, zigs and zags, bounces higher. The glass lakes either supply or steal the water, depends on where you look. The white ridges jump to me, fall again, jump again, and so forth until the sea swallows everything. Swallows everything. The sea swallows everything. Thank you. We're going to take another break. If you decide you would like to sign up, the list is right back there. Just come holler at myself or listen, and we will get you on the list just as soon as possible. We'll take another break. Let y'all sign up if you would like to. Thank you. All right, we're going to get back to our list here. Thank you all for being here. It's quite wonderful to see you. I'm quite amazed that this community is, showing up and hanging out and helping and showing that they're allies to what we are going through collectively. And if you didn't know, this is Disability Pride Month as well. So, woohoo, Yeah, you can clap for that. Yeah. We have quite a few people signed up at that break, and that's awesome. I know that you saw. It's not hard. You come up here, you have a little fun, you sit down, everybody claps for you. That's pretty much it. Okay, now the stage fright is real. I have stage fright worse than any of you, I promise. It was a phobia of mine for a long time, and now it's what I do for a living. So it's better now, much better now. Next person coming up to speak for us is Elizabeth Cords. Where's Elizabeth Cords? That's you right up front. Here we go. Y'all make some noise for Elizabeth Cords. Is that about close? Right about there? Or do you just want to hang and grab it off?
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Rose Leilani Cordes, and I'm also one that has a disability, which is I also have seizures, and I'm also an SLS member, and I am an SLS member through Radiant Living. I don't know if you've all heard of them, but one of my staff is also here with me tonight. His name is Benjamin Johnson. I don't know if you've heard about SLS, excuse me, but they're a supported living program that takes people with disabilities who want a chance to learn to live on their own. And because I have a seizure disorder, I have 24/7 care. And but that's who I'm through. But that's not what I came here to talk about today. I really came here to talk about the studio and what I do for, I also do art for a living. I've sold many pieces of art throughout the year. And one of my ceramic pieces that I made, it's on display tonight. It's this beautiful swan here. And it's a piece of artwork that, do you mind if I tell them? That Leslie has, she's sitting right there, that she has bought, and that she has bought to have displayed here tonight. And, but also, I do art because it helps express who I am and what I've become today as a full-grown adult. I'm 46 years old, and I've lived with seizures most of my life. And I hope all of you have, that those of you who have had seizures or a disability, don't take it too hardly, because I know I have. I've been down that road. So just know that that even if you have a disability or not, God really loves all of us. And he's there for us if we need him down the line. Thank you.
Give it up one more time for Elizabeth, everyone. Thank you very much. Cordes, not chords. So I'm doing terribly for pronunciations tonight. Beautiful artwork, though. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much for doing that so that we all can experience it. I talk a lot about my support group. I have the best support system in the world. My family is amazing. They are a found family. None of my blood lives in this state, but I've never been more happy or healthy in my entire life. And it's definitely hard work to stay healthy and all of that, but it is very much worth it. I deal with severe pain issues as well, talking about my back and everything. And it's like, at times, debilitating. I can't get out of bed, or I have the worst time getting out of bed. But there's never been a single morning or time I needed to get out of the bed where the next person coming to speak hasn't been awake first to help me or make sure I'm not eating something with ginger. Ginger triggers my seizures for some reason. And yeah, I don't know why. Doctors are like, yeah, you're allergic to ginger. Don't take it. I was like, why? He said, because you'll have a seizure. I was like, that's not allergic. That's not what allergic means. That's but pad thai was my favorite food at one point in my life. Not anymore. But the next poet coming to the stage is kind of cheating when I say that they're my favorite poet on the planet, because I sleep next to this person every night, and that's cheating somehow in this. Yeah. But yeah, a person who I look up to infinitely, whose poems are definitely better than mine, but she's just the best thing in the world. And I'm going to stop bragging about her and let her come up and brag about herself for a minute. Y'all make some noise for my partner in life and crime, Susanna Gibson.
Thank you guys so much. And first, I just want to say really quickly that in this culture, we see everything in black and white, and that's just not how the world is. And everybody here recognizes and understands that ability is temporary. And I suffered an injury last year and was immediately humbled in that experience that caused several months of disability. And it really made me have an incredibly deeper understanding and gratitude for those of us in this community who struggle every day with different challenges. So this is a poem I wrote about that kind of feeling and being broken a little bit. And I would just like to dedicate this to you all, and I appreciate you. I have written a lot of poems about being broken. I have already broken and broken and broken and am still broken. I don't know who I resemble anymore. I want to unbreak my pieces. When I was little, I broke a dish my mother helped me glue back together so long ago it has a yellow tooth crack from one side of its porcelain to the other. In this moment, I learned about wholeness, that I could fix a small plate. I learned what it looked like to be broken even if the pattern was undisturbed. I want to break like that. I want to break so you could see how I was supposed to be all along, so that I still belong to the set. I am tired of this mosaic spirit, this unrecognizable thing. I want to break like daylight, like waves. I want to be broken and whole at the same time with a pattern that feels familiar. Maybe that is how I was supposed to be all along. A reclamation. Maybe this stained glass statue I have become, even though broken, shows how beautiful light can be. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Susanna. One more time for Susanna Gibson, everybody. She is amazing. Yeah, she's absolutely wonderful, and I'm very lucky to have her. I forgot the list back there, so I forgot who's next. I realized it as soon as I looked back there. Thank you. Yes, yeah, oh, Jesus. I already knew that. I tried to memorize it before I came up here. I realized that now. I'm an idiot. That's all right. Next person coming to the stage, I don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting, but I look forward to it. Y'all make some noise if you can for Oliver Sanchez, please. Make some noise.
Hello. Something that means about Disability Pride Month for me is that disabled people can have sexualities, and people saying that disabled people are just asexual and don't have normal feelings, but a lot of LGBTQ disabled people aren't heard because they think they won't understand it because they are disabled. But no, disabled people can understand things as much as normal people, and I'm very thankful for this event, and I am very proud of all the disabled people who made it far in life, and
are a part of the LGBTQ community. Thank you.
Oliver, please. Thank you, Oliver. I completely agree with that. A lot of times, those circles do intertwine more than people recognize. It is kind of a non-thought in most of our minds that LGBTQ people might be disabled. It just doesn't happen that way, right? Like people's thoughts just don't happen that way. And I've noticed that in like society, in media coverage and things like this, which is always wrong about us. I laugh every time someone hears that I have epilepsy and then they flash the lights on and off. And like, oh, I'm going to give you a seizure. Like, that's hilarious. But that's pop culture. That's what pop culture does to change views of people. And it's a painful thing sometimes, But we're here. There's several, I know, LGBTQ plus people in the room, and thank you for being here. There's the pride over the summer doesn't stop in June. There's pride here in July too, and I think a little more arm in arm would do us really good, But anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next poet, next person coming to the stage. I'll get it. The last person, I'll get it. But the last person's a poet, so I'll probably screw that up too. The next person coming to the stage is Heather. Make some noise. Actually, do this. Do this. Do this. Yeah, there we go. All right. About right at the level here. A little lower. There we go. I think that's good. That's good. All right.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Heather, and my name sign is this letter H on the nose, just like this. So that's a sign representation of my name. Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to take my mask off just for a moment. COVID has really been a challenge for us as deaf individuals with communication, because sign language is not just about the hands, it's also about facial movements and things like that. So it's just been so difficult to communicate. It's been a real challenge for myself as a disabled individual. And I have experienced a lot of similar challenges that y'all have been talking about. And something that has really impacted me, I remember when I was a child, anytime someone would speak to me and I wouldn't respond, and my mom would explain, oh, she can't hear you. And the first thing everyone would say was, oh, I'm so sorry. And I remember feeling weird as a child, like someone would feel sorry for me because I'm deaf. And I just got that over and over again. I'm so sorry. And it really diminished my sense of self. And I was in speech therapy classes for 7 years, where everyone was telling me, you need to be taught to speak, it's good for you. How are you going to be a successful individual if you don't learn how to speak? And so I worked so hard, and I practiced my speech, and I'd go out and I would say something, and people would say, what is that? That sounds awful. Why are you speaking? And so that just diminished my self-esteem even more. Until I went to a school for the deaf when I was about 12. That was the first time I went to a deaf school, and I saw all these people who were signing and all these people who were learning how to communicate and sign, and that was the first time that I ever felt, wow, there's a wonderful community out there that's like me, and little by little it started to build up my self-esteem. I felt like I had a support group of people who understood me, and people who told me that I could be successful even though I was deaf. And You know, it was challenging at first to learn to communicate in sign, but I learned that I could, and I started to become proud, to feel pride as a deaf person. And now my dream job is to continue to support my community and help my community feel successful. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they can't be proud of themselves because they're deaf or they can't speak. I want people to feel like they can succeed. And so, you know, deaf people are very visual people. That's how we communicate, and that's how, you know, we're involved in the community. But, you know, we don't live in a visual world. And so, you know, that's something that I would like to change and something that I'm very proud of. Thank you.
Heather? Is that it? 2 fingers? Like this? Okay. Thank you, Heather. One more time for Heather, everybody. Yeah. All right. Next person coming to I'm telling you, the last one. I'll get it. It's all right. We're all poets. Everyone's a poet. You're poets. I don't care. You're poets. Yeah, I get to make that call. That's there we go. That's the power that comes with the title. I get to decide who's a poet. You're all poets. Done. All right. That was the easiest job I've ever had. All right. Next person / poet coming to the stage is Justin. Where is Justin? Justin's right here. Make some noise for Justin.
Here. First of all, is my voice coming through clearly? Because I got about the thickest mask I can get. So I'm Justin. I'm new to the area. I just moved up here the end of April. So I'm getting my bearings for the area. It's a learning experience. I'm soon to get my Medi-Cal transfer, so I'll be learning how the medical systems are up here, for better or for worse. I've got multiple disabilities, both invisible, visible, obviously, and emotional. My therapist once said, you know, oh, it's kind of lucky that you got the cane, because otherwise you'd be tired and in pain and whatnot, and people would just have no idea. And people get out of my way with this. So. But I'm inspired by all the speakers here. I'm inspired by the amount of poetry. I wasn't expecting that, and it made me think I should maybe come up and read one of my own that's related. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't have a title for it. It's very rough, but here goes. I walk down the creek trail, cane in hand. Elderly retirees pass me. Those younger pass faster, with music and podcasts loudly playing from their speakers or in candid conversation. Some look at the cane first, then at my face, too young to be rightfully using one, and scowl, as if my reminder of the body's vulnerability has ruined their day. I move slowly, soaking up the sun between patches of cool shade. I hear the running of the creek. I hear the songs of the birds and the wind in the leaves. I see the activity of insects. I see the animals that those I tell didn't even know lived here in these woods, these parks, these parts. Who's missing out? Me, who moves slowly by circumstance outside my control, but learn to enjoy, stopping to rest and meeting the land, or those who walk quickly by, occupied and distracted. Thank you.
All right, Justin, thank you very much. That was great. One more time for Justin, everybody. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Every Sunday and Thursday at roughly 10 a.m., ish. I have a free workshop at the Epitome Gallery, 422nd Street. It is open to all, any writing level. If you've never written before, come hang out. It's great. There's usually like pastries or donuts and coffee for free. Like, come hang out. I'm stressing the for free because if you want to just come hang out and eat some pastries or donuts and have some coffee and that's it, and then you leave, that's fine. If you're hungry at all and you don't have a place to go at those times, please come to the workshop. There's food there and coffee. People have donated a lot of coffee, so we're not going to run out of coffee. I promise you, we have like 4 pounds, so we're good right now. But yeah, and don't think 10 a.m. is a must. You could show up anywhere from 10 to just before 11. At that time, we're just hanging out. From 10 to 11, we're being a community like a community is supposed to be. We're interacting with each other. We're having conversations. Did you see this? And all of that fun stuff, because that's how you become a community. And no writer has ever improved in a vacuum by themselves. You need a community. I promise it has never been. That's why there's literary movements and not literary people who create movements, right? It's all of the Beat generation. We don't like single one out more than the other. At least I don't, and most people don't. But there's movements and communities. This is a community. And if you come to either day of those workshops, we do take donation, but if you can't, don't. That's something we stress. The common phrase is give till it hurts. No, we give until you're comfortable with what you gave. That's what we ask for, because give until it hurts is dumb. That's a dumb thing to say. Because it's classist as hell. Rich people say that. And I'm very much not rich people. We also, this Wednesday, the 27th, we have the Glam Slam. That is going to be at Kiki's Planet in Sunnybray Center. That is half fashion show, half poetry slam. So the shtick is you get one fly outfit, right? Like you dress to the nines, right? You get all fancy and you walk the catwalk and then you walk back again and deliver your poem, and you will get a 5-point score based on your fashion sense and 5-point score based on your poem. And together there'll be a score out of 10. And each poet gets to do only one. There are no wardrobe changes yet. That might come in future events. This is the first time anywhere ever that anything like this has been done. We're going to try it and see if it works. It was a weird idea I had, and hopefully it doesn't go very badly for me. But I'm not hosting. They won't blame me. I just plan the shows, right? That's all I do. But yeah, that is a wonderful event. That is going to be Kiki's Planet. It's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, every Tuesday, we're at Northtown Coffee in Arcata at 6 o'clock every Tuesday. We put out our open mic list. And if you want to read, get there before 6 o'clock. So that when the list drops at 6, you can read. However, if you come to the workshop series, you are guaranteed a spot on that mic. So if you come to the workshops, it just helps you get more reading in front of people done. Yeah. And yeah, every Tuesday we have events there. Later tonight we have the Bodies for Autonomy reading to protest the Roe v. Wade overturn. That's all of the events, I think, that I have to say. Yeah, good. So I said all of that to introduce the next and final poet reader that we have tonight, this afternoon. Well, I don't know. I thought it was Sunday. For our time together. There we go. This person is I consider them a very good friend of mine. I consider them one of the best writers in Humboldt, bar none. Absolutely one of the best writers. and someone who helped put this whole shindig together and all of that fun stuff, and someone who I respect a great deal. Y'all make some noise for our final poet of our time together, Elizabeth Hassler. Yep.
Thank you, Will. I really appreciate you holding the mic. And I really appreciate everyone being here today and listening to each other. And I really think about it as being together. And Will said that no writer gets better in a vacuum, right? But also that every, part of being a person in the world, for most people, is really about connecting. And I think that disability can really show not only the necessity of connecting, but also what happens when we connect with each other. I said the word interdependent earlier, but it really means, it talks about how we're all connected. And so disabled people might need specific kinds of help, right? That's sometimes what we think of disability as meaning, but also everybody needs roads, everybody, lots of people need phones, and that's assistive technology. So if you really, the ways that we support each other and live together in our communities are, there's a ton of them if you think about it, but disability pride is one way that we, and space and excuse to come together to celebrate that, right? How we are with each other and all that we are. And I do write poetry, but I'm not going to read my own stuff today. I'm going to quote from some poets that I really admire. One is, whose name is, I'll start with Laura Hershey, was the poet who said, "You get proud by practicing," and part of her poem, it says, "A social worker cannot make you proud, or a doctor, you make yourself proud. You get proud by practicing." And yeah, I think it is good. And then the other one that I remembered his last name, Neil Marcus, is a poet and author and artist who recently passed away. But he said that disability is an art, and it is an ingenious way to live. And it's all different kinds of ingenious ways to live, right? Because there's all different kinds of disabilities, and you can have more than one. You can have more than anybody thinks you should have. You can have something that you think of as a disability that other people don't. I think a lot of people who experience ADHD or depression or maybe have a knee injury wouldn't think of themselves as having a disability, and that's fine. But I think if we really think about all the ways that people can be different in ways, especially if it impacts your body or your mind or both. Sometimes we use the phrase body-mind to talk about how they're connected. It just really is that sometimes people say that disability is the largest minority and it's the only one you can join at any time. So I really appreciate everybody coming to the space, and it's so wonderful. And I want to thank again Alyssa Norman and Leslie Castellano for really being key partners in this, and all the volunteers. You can give yourself a hand or just think good thoughts about yourself, either way. And yeah, so I guess I should talk, because I really think of disability pride as one way of celebrating, everybody who is in our communities and is connected to us, and the ways that we can become more and more connected to each other. And I want to say that, I've been thinking about different kinds of buttons we could make at the button stations, and there's one that says, label jars, not people, right? But there's also, I don't need to be fixed. And no part of me is bad, and no part of me needs to be fixed, right? And what does it mean when we really think about, like what can that change if we really think of disability as a normal and important part of human diversity, that really we are all here to help our communities thrive. Thanks for being my hype man, Will. But I also, because I am here representing the Regional Center as the client advocate for Humboldt and Del Norte counties, I have a couple of plugs to make as far as that goes. There's two committees, and they're going to sound very similar to each other, and I apologize for that. The first one is Arise, and it is a group of clients that are adults and you have to be a client of the Regional Center, but if you want to make changes in it's called Home and Community-Based Services, but just like to make things better for people where they live. And there's basically the big idea is that clients should be the one who decides how that money gets spent. And also we're going to pay the people, which I think that's cool too. So if you're interested in that, the application and flyer are both over in that corner table. And it's going to be Wednesday anyway, but there's more information on the flyer. So please go seek that out, or maybe you know somebody who might be interested. And then also, I don't have a flyer for this one, but there's a thing called the Client Advisory Committee at the Regional Center, and we really super need more people. like, please, I would love to. And also, it's cool because the executive director, who's very cool, comes to those meetings, and she is looking for people's feedback about what is going well and what should change. So, and I think I have one more thing. But if you're interested in the Client Advisory Committee, please write your email down somewhere or phone number, or maybe you can catch me via smoke signals. It's all good. And then I run a workshop online, so if you are interested in online writing workshops, I have the hookup for that. I am so lovely. I'm so lovely. I'm so glad to see all you lovely people. And I hope that there's still like 10 minutes left, so get your fidgets in. And there's coloring book pages back there. And also, I think if you could add more stuff to the What Are You Proud Of? The green and pink one in the corner, that would be great. So, okay, and the future is disabled. That's another one.
Yeah, the future is disabled. Give it up for Elizabeth Hasper, everybody. All right. Well, I thank you very much on behalf of Word Humboldt and Reworded and Swimming with Elephants publications. All of those are what I do all the time. And if you have a manuscript that you're ready to publish, hit me up. I'm looking for manuscripts to publish over the next year. My big plan is to stop writing and publish other people's. So that's my goal. And I think I have about 5 or 6 poets ready to do that. But I want to say thank you again to Leslie Castellano and Alyssa for putting things together, helping with things, doing everything that they do. Yeah, and thank you for coming to Synapsis, to the Disability Pride. Look around, visit tables. Y'all, I love you. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. Have a great time.